Hey guys, I am so late and I am so sorry. Got caught up in things and lost track of time totally. So, sorry for that. I'll let everybody catch up and sign on and we'll get going. It's been a, what was that meme? What a year this week has been. Hi. All right, here we go. We're off to the races. So sorry. I don't even know how the light is in here. Everything okay? Too much shadow? What's going on? Hey, it wasn't your fault, Kim. Now, actually, this is so funny. I got a box of stuff that came in for Orlando, and I was so busy like fixing up his treats and his toys, I just totally lost track of time. I was talking to you, I was texting somebody else, and I was trying to do his box of toys. And now he's got so many toys in his cage that he's sitting on the cage door and he won't go in it because there's too many toys. There's too many new things in the toy. Hey, Gail. I totally freaked out my bird. Orlando, come here. Hey. How's the lighting? Can you see me okay? Is it overexposed? It looks like it's bright. Anybody? Oh my God. It's going to be fun tonight. Janice. Yeehaw, Antoinette. All right. How's the light? Tell me how the light is. Orlando, come here. Hey, come here. Come here. You come here? Here. Hello. Okay. So, gosh, I'm gonna like 1 or 2 more minutes. I'm shuffling cards. No spread. I'm just gonna throw cards. I'll tell you what I see for each of the signs. But well, here's the thing. Okay, you there? Okay. Too many toys, huh? Too many toys. It's too much. Huh? It's too much? No? Right. This is what I'm talking about. What? Hi. Is there too much stuff? Did I put too much stuff in your cage? Hi. Talk to them. Actually, he is talking to you. Birds look out of the side of their eyes. Their eyes are on the sides of their heads, so they don't usually look straight on. They look at you. They look at the side of you like that. So he is looking at you. I know. You're on camera. You miss being on camera? You should have your own show. You just dispense wisdom. Huh? That's right. Anyway. Okay, so where'd my glasses go? Can't see a blessed thing. It's bright. All right, I'm gonna turn them down, turn the lens lights really quick a little bit. How's that? Better? Hope that's better. Okay. Ah, salut Gina. Ça va? All right. Facing my window. Oh my God, what is that in my window? Yeah. Oh my God, that's I have a hanging thing, and those are okay. It's not a face. Freaked me out there for a second. It looks like a face. Is it 1:17? Yeah. I'm just running really late. I'm sorry, Greta. Susan, oh my God, everybody's here. Okay, everybody, let's talk this week. Okay, well, here's the thing. The thing is this. For everyone who is behaving ethically, with integrity, doing their job, showing up, behaving, it's going well. But because this energy is really affecting industries and institutions, For those of you who work in an industry or an institution, so such as the financial institution or the media industry, movie industry, the hospitals, people who are teachers, maybe education, institution of education, or my nurses, guys working in hospitals, I'm hearing horror stories because management is failing, because budgets are being cut, because people have not been doing the right thing. There was a guy, I think, got killed, but they wanted to force hospitals to show what they actually pay for things versus what they charge. So you could actually go shopping at hospitals and know what you're paying for. And I believe that got killed in Congress. Big surprise. Medical lobbyists, pharmaceutical lobbyists kind of own our Congress, right? Okay, gotta come in here now. Don't scream at the toys. Come on, Molly, you're making me crazy. Molly, come on. Okay. They don't know what to do with me now because I've not been up here for a while. So the animals are all going crazy. No, Orlando, come here. Don't be making that noise. Anyway, what do you do about that? That's tough because we all got to have a job. Something I read about, and it's a really particularly obnoxious form of privilege. This is going to get annoying fast. And that is people who will say, well, you should just quit that job then. It's toxic. Well, you should just leave that home. Get out of that apartment. Get out of that house. Get out of that neighborhood. It's toxic. It's bad for you. That marriage, bad for you. Get out of it. Well, that's easy to say. So someone on Facebook recently was told, oh, that neighborhood's really bad. It's toxic. You should get out of it. And she goes, I appreciate all you telling me this. Like, I don't know that it's toxic. So whoever wants to pay my moving fees, my first and last month's rent, who like to find a way for me to put my kids in another school, find a way to, all the things have to happen. It's not always just that easy. Many people stay in bad marriages because they're terrified for their children, and that's men and women. I do have men that have come into my reading room that have stayed in horrible marriages where the wife's an addict, and he's like, I can't risk these kids every other weekend with the mother. When I'm not here, they're not eating. When I'm not here, I don't know who she's going to bring in the house. And they're being really honest. They want out. Like when the youngest one is this age, I'll file for divorce. And I hear from women all the time. I can't leave right now. They're too young. And I understand that. The stories of abuse are getting worse because people are being crushed. People who had someone today, one of my readers told her 9 months ago, you need to leave where you are. Find a way to get out of that house as soon as you can. Had the opportunity, didn't take it, and it's been nothing but abuse since. It reached a point, and now we're off to the races. December, January, if you didn't make your move, you're finding yourself, you're behind the 8 ball. It's just that much harder. Not impossible, just that much harder. So really, where do you want to be? Where do you want to go? It's not too late. It's just going to be harder. If you're working in the hospitals, and Kim and I were talking, we should just do a video on just what it means to work in the hospital, and Kim offered to do a CNA re-education for people because it's really hard. The pressure's coming down from on high, and there is no respect for the people, the orderlies, the people who are doing the nitty-gritty, the as we say, wiping asses and doing stats and vitals, or they're not getting the respect they deserve. Spoke to a woman earlier today. She'll be listening, and talking about the restaurant business where she's assistant manager, and the owner of the business has no respect for the bus people, for the dishwashers. And she said, these people run our business too. They're part of it too. And for a lot of them, that's their second job. They work a full-time job. That's their second job. They come at night to do this. And he's treating them like they're scum. And I can't stay because I can't stand. So do you see what I'm saying to you? She's been wanting to get out for a while. It's just getting harder. What? You're busy. What? Okay. So that's what I'm trying to say is if you're feeling extra pressure, if you're feeling like getting choked by it, for God's sake, start looking. Just start angling for your out. It is time to start thinking outside the box a little bit. And, you know, we're happy to do it in the readings, and I do a lot of that in the readings as well. You also can message me, and I will send you my July 2018 newsletter, where I talk about how to use your astrology, your natal chart, to look at your aptitudes and talents in terms of your career. Looking at the three money houses, the second house, the sixth house, and the 10th house. Money earned in the second, everyday work life in the sixth, and the house of professional and career, profession and career is the 10th house. So the midheaven. So if you message me, not on the comments because I can't get at all of those, but message the Talisman and Cauldron or Laura Lenhard, and just give me your email address, and I will send that newsletter out to you if you didn't get it. I need the narrative. It's all free. How to access it, what you're looking for. Nothing. Okay. Anyway, I had so many thoughts in my head as I was rushing to get ready, and I think I covered everything. We have a fair tomorrow, even though there's snow coming in. We're not sure when it's going to be coming in, so Karn, Pina, and Sherry are going to be in tomorrow. You can give the shop a call or stop by. I would call probably and make sure if it gets bad. I know Pina lives close to New York line, so it's going to get bad there. All right, and we'll do comments, and we'll throw some cards. Hey, Deb. Oh, Greta, you're not losing it. Sorry. Hey, it's my brother. Okay, we're throwing cards in a minute. Tina, oh my goodness. Hey, Sam. Okay, see, Karen is just commenting. I'm a nurse, and there's absolutely no respect in the hospital environment for us either. It's a horrible environment. Yeah. Well, the hospitals are imploding. That's true. We knew that was coming. Financial institutions will be, and the government in general. I mean, I've said this. If we're ever going to have a revolution in this country, this will be the year. This election is going to be either going to unify us or it's going to rip us right in half. So, should be interesting, guys. Never mind the fact I'm not even touching on multiple earthquakes in Puerto Rico. I mean, earthquake after earthquake. Everything that's going on in the bigger world. Because the environment. What? Hi. You're right in my face. The environment is certainly changing rapidly too. Because again, people didn't do the right thing. People ignored things. People weren't paying attention. People kept kicking the can on environmental issues. So I guess when we're all underwater or the world explodes, we'll just be like, I told you so. Told you so. I think what got to me, honestly, was in the election with Sarah Palin, talked about the fact that, and this is just, it was okay to sluice mine into the pristine bays where the dolphins and the beluga whales and the salmon were spawning, and it was okay to do the helicopter wolf hunts. It was okay, and because Jesus was coming back and going to make everything new again. So we can use up all the resources. We can use up all the resources. We can pollute. We can destroy. Because when Jesus comes back, it's all going to be new again. And after Alaska's going to be the place everyone's going to go running to. And the rest of us will be like waving, bye. Keep running. Go north. But really, I mean, that was literally discussed in a political forum. That's where you lose me. Where it's like, do you even science? A little science, a little bit of science, just a little. And now we get rains in Australia, dear God, and now it's torrential flooding, and the animals didn't get burned up or drowning. Damn. Good. Anyway, toxic. Orlando does love me. I'm familiar. It's been stressful. Jessica? I don't know why I'm on your timeline. I really don't. Hey, Kathleen. I'm sorry. I do this every Friday at 10 o'clock. I do the Friday Night Live videos. So why I'm on your timeline, I don't know. I'm sorry. Okay. Let's throw cards. And let's start with Pisces for a change. Pisces. All right. So Pisces money looks like money's been an issue for a while. But for a lot of you, Page of Cups reversed, Ace of Coins reversed. Not being sure that you love what you do. Probably looking for a reason to stay at a job, but you're not making enough money. Two of Wands coming in is saying focus on the career because something new landing in your lap. The Two of Wands is that wonderful card where the phone rings and it's like, hey, they're hiring, put an application, I'll put in a good word for you, or I need somebody, can you come work for my team? Seven of Coins, Eight of Wands. You know, the other thing is are you making the money you should be making? And I just had this talk with someone today, you know, you need to bump up your salary requirements. It's really okay to do that. It's really okay to negotiate salary. And this really is about not making enough money. Relationship, looks like something's coming in. If you're not in a relationship right now, I like what I see ahead of you. Reversed. Okay. I'm seeing a lot of anxiety, Nine of Swords, around a family member or a situation out of the country or at a great distance, Pisces. It's financial. It looks like maybe somebody that wants to travel here, or you need to travel there, and for some reason that isn't possible right now. Shit. Also, possibly hard to leave your job at this time. Stuck in place. If you need to get to somebody or somebody needs to get to you, it looks like there's like an impasse here. I mean, the cards are being really clear. Focus on career. Focus on making more money. I think a promotion or a new job showing up. I'm not seeing relationship issues for Pisces right here, but I am seeing some either if they're not in another country, then they're on the other side of the other side of the country, or we're at a distance where you can't actually drive to see them. And for whatever reason, that's whether it's work related, that you can't break away from work in order to go. And I don't see a quick resolution to that problem. Two of Coins reversed. It's really about juggling money and time. All right. Pisces, basically focus on work, Pisces. Focus on work and how you can earn more money and ask for more money. Opportunity yourself, or you're up. Actually, a lot of times people don't realize, well, you're getting your annual reviews. It's really okay to review your salary at that time too. You know, if you've added responsibilities, make sure that those are recorded at HR at that level. Make sure that new responsibilities, certificates that maybe you earned, any kind of training you got, that should be in your personnel record. I did a little work in personnel, so they should know that. In fact, I got a promotion based on that, based on some classes I took, that there was another job opening up, and personnel let me know that that was going to be something I could try for. So make sure personnel knows every time you take a class or a training, or you take on new responsibilities, that even if they're not in your job description, or even if you're not getting paid for those things, if you took them on, make sure they know about it. All right, Aquarius. You got the Hierophant reversed, Temperance upright, Queen of Coins, High Priestess, and the Eight of Coins reversed. Well, these would be the cards, honestly, for someone who's just bored in their career. Everything's balanced, everything's going okay, but the Eight of Coins reversed is just speaks to lack of ambition in terms of getting there. It's the same thing. It's the wheel. It's no motivation. The Hierophant reversed is wanting to get out of a rut, stuck in a rut that you can't get out of. And again, you hate to rock the boat when everything is going well financially and you've got security. That's always the big, what do you give up for that? Sun reversed, the Page of Wands, the Knight of Wands reversed, the Nine of Cups reversed, and the Three of Swords reversed. Well, it looks, Aquarius, like, the fear of losing the job, the fear of oh, the anxiety around, again, rocking the boat. But the problem is I don't see any growth going on here, any room for you to promote or do something different. There's no change to the job unless you change jobs. Nine of Wands reversed can often mean somebody who doesn't know that they have the skills, or they're not looking deeply. What I just said about Pisces, okay, can apply to you, Aquarius. Nine of Wands reversed is not having the confidence, thinking you have the abilities to do the job. Often it's a matter of, well, it says they want 3 years experience at this, they want this sort of training, and you've got to have this and this. Well, you've got 3 of the 4 things they need. I always tell people, fake it till you make it. If there's a way, and often you can rewrite your resume to somehow fudge that. Learn it on the job. If you've got 3 of the 4, you can't fake your training. You can't fake education. But I'm suggesting with these cards that you may be selling yourself short, and there could be a new position. There could be a new job. Look at what's posted, and if you are almost there, look at how you can rewrite your resume to allow for that. It does look like you're really getting bored. It looks like there's a sense of routine. And again, you don't want to give a good paying job, or possibly seniority or time you have in place. But I always talk about my friend who worked at the train station and just hated her job, hated it. Went to bed Sunday night just miserable at the idea of Monday coming along, and hating the job, hating it. But I said to her one time, I said, "You're so unhappy. What do you, honey, you're just so miserable." And she's all, I'll be vested soon and then I can leave. I said, "Okay, well, what's soon?" She's, "Only 10 years. Like, only 10 years? I'm like, great, decade. She said, you make you hate your job, you can do it for 10 years of your life? And she did. She did. I've been around 12 and a half years. And she got Got vested a couple of years ago, but what a price to pay for security. So Aquarius, what I'm saying to you is review your resume, look at what's being posted, and see if there's any way that you can slide into a different position so that if you're going to keep the security of where you're at, have a different job, have something new happening. At least make a lateral move into something different, and again, enhance your resume. Sometimes there's value in that. Just taking another position, even if it's the same pay, if your benefits don't change and your commute's not going to change, and you're okay with that stuff, oh, then build your resume that way. Unpaid training is still training. All right, Capricorn. Capricorn, I see the 3 of coins reversed. I see the Hermit, 6 of coins, the 3 of wands reversed, and the moon reversed. Well, and it's funny because I've had quite a few Capricorns in the shop this week, and they all reported feeling very alone, like me against the world. Just again today, I heard the same thing today. 6 of coins, bonus money coming in, expect money coming in, that's great. 3 of wands reversed, the moon reversed. 3 of coins reversed. It looks like there could be some training that had to take place. You've been waiting, or you've been waiting to get the training so that the money could come into play. I say that 3 of wands reversed. Capricorn looks like the Death reversed and the Knight of Swords. News of changes on the way. King of Wands reversed. It's workaholic, and 6 of Cups has you moving, has you relocating. So I'm gonna say it looks like a lot of things hinge on a piece of training, or when I say trade, it could be a certificate. It could be, I'm sorry, hold on a second here. Yeah. And it looks like it's something that maybe, and again, I hear this too, people who are trying to get training certificates, things, and they can't get school records they release. That's a big problem right now too. School records not being released, certificates not being released, people like not finishing up training that was paid for, suddenly just it's dropped. My own daughter for college had all her classes in line, and her favorite class got dropped, screwing up her whole schedule got messed up because at the last second they dropped a class that she. So that sort of thing, those kind of delays that may have stalled some stuff, but I'm still seeing Capricorn working really hard. The 6 of Cups has you either going home or again relocating. It's just taken longer than it should, and it's impacted income. It's impacted how the money comes in. It's just taking longer than you'd like it to. It's still taking place. There's some hang up with paperwork, some hang up with someone who needs to deliver information that isn't delivering it, okay? Whether it's contractual, records through HR that didn't go through on time, that kind of glitch. And I will say too, computer glitches all over the place. It's been terrible. Misha. Nope, I'm going backwards, so Terry, so it's taking longer. That's okay, Jessica. You wasn't harsh. I was like, I don't know why I'm on your timeline either, though. Funny. Yep, I'm going backwards. Yeah, the HR thing is big. People don't realize you can do that, but when you have your annual review, and you can ask for your annual review, by the way, if they're late giving it to you, make sure they know about everything you've done. Okay, so now we are on Sagittarius. All right, Sag. Oh, here's a mess. I need a haircut so bad. Sag, King of Swords, the Fool, Ace of Wands reversed, Two of Swords, Seven of Cups. Wow, okay. Sag, you guys amaze me. Sagittarians amaze me. And my oldest daughter's a Sag, so I can say this. Um, they're like a cat. They always land on their feet. They're ruled by Jupiter. They're the most optimistic sign. They're that sign, that old story where the child gets two kids. One is very spoiled, one is always grateful. And the spoiled child gets put in a room full of toys. And he looks around, he sits down, starts crying, crying, crying. And his parents are like, "Why are you crying?" He had no idea which toy to play with first. So frustrated, he had no idea what to do, so he cried. And the child that was always grateful got put in a room full of horse shit, full of just full of horse shit. And he said, I need a shovel. And the parents said, "Okay." They give him a shovel and he starts digging. And they were like, "Honey, what are you digging for?" He's like, with all this horse manure, there's got to be a pony in here someplace. Okay, well, that would be Sag. Sag would be in the room full of horse shit, excuse my language, I'm so tired, and digging for a pony, and would probably find one, frankly. So I have to say, Sag is usually the eternal optimist, the dreamer, the visionary, the traveler, the gypsy. Give a Sag a job traveling, and they are usually happy. They just don't do well in cubicles. They don't do well. The same conversations, the same stale. That's you're gonna lose them. All right. So King of Swords, strong communication, the Fool, new beginnings, new starts, new beginnings. At the same time, Sag, and you guys do big trade-offs because you do things in a big way. Sagittarius doesn't mince their words. Is their shadow, is their mouth. They have permanent hoof and mouth disease. Those centaurs have no filter whatsoever. I was married to one, I can tell you. It's not good for Pisces. Sensitive Pisces doesn't always do well with outspoken Sag. Ace of Wands reversed, Two of Swords, Seven of Cups. Looks like relationship, however, big questions here. What do you want? Do you know what you want? I think you're staying. Whatever you're doing, I think you're staying with it right now. For once, you're not running away or you're not rushing off. I think you're actually examining this right now. In the meantime, whatever you do career-wise, you are rushing off and again, focusing on the career. Sense of autonomy, your Empress. Six of Wands reversed. The Hangman reversed, kind of staying in place. For Sag, it looks like it's a time of reflection, which isn't their strong suit, isn't their MO. But in this case, it's about staying still for about 10 seconds and looking at the big things, the two big things, which is relationship and career. And money coming in. I gotta say, it's like a total revamping, a total reworking of daily operations. How's that? I wouldn't be surprised if more Sagittarians were writing budgets, timelines, managing their time differently, organizing themselves. Not just changing what they do, but how they do it. That's the bigger thing for Sag here. And again, Nine of Cups, wishes coming true, landing on their feet. But really looking at their lives. This is a card, these are really reflective cards. Four of Wands. But I really think career looks like big moves coming up and how that's going to impact the relationship. Something Sag isn't always great at is looking at the other person in terms of the relationship. Just if I'm good, I guess you're good too, right? Not always. But, if I'm good, you got to be good, right? So, yeah, Sag, not a bad thing. Not a bad thing for January 2020. Right? Not running off half-cocked, really focusing, really looking at time, looking at your time frames, really looking at what you want, and honestly, making money. I got to give Sag, make money. It's a reflection. Heather, we were talking about that. It looks like a face there. It's not. It's a hanging glass thing that's just hitting it just right. Okay. The Sages are great because they're fun and they're independent and man, they're always there to help out too. My Sagittarius daughter is always right there. Mom, you okay? Do you need help? You all right? What can I do? They just got to keep them busy, got to keep them occupied, and they're okay. Yeah. All right. Scorpio. Oh. All right, Scorpio. Let's do this. We have the Queen of Wands reversed. Queen of Wands reversed, the female workaholic, always. The Devil reversed. Oh, getting out of a toxic situation. We have the Chariot, the Chariot, moving forward fast, Justice, that's signing contracts. Everything looks great. And then I see the Eight of Swords, which is grief. Eight of Swords is, the fuck? Five of Wands, Ten of Wands, Knight of Cups. Ten of Cups reversed. What the hell's going on in the house? So here I see career gets online, everything's going okay, and crap's going on in the house. Knight of Cups, the Ten of Cups reversed. Unhappiness in the house. Knight of Cups, that's a young man. A lot of pressure, arguing. That's the Five of Wands. Ten of Coins. Yeah, I swear to God. Page of Coins. So money's coming in, signing contracts, things going great, and the house is blowing up here. Seven of Swords reversed. Asking for outside help, which is great, which is good. It's also ignoring bad advice too. Seven of Swords reversed. Seven of Wands reversed. Yeah, focus on career, lovers. So Knight of Coins reversed. Okay. So basically, the way these cards look is new career choices, getting out of toxic situations, moving straight ahead, signing contracts, Ten of Coins. I mean, these are great cards. Money coming in the house, wonderful stuff. And then we see problems with, it looks like a young male, honestly. Five of Cups, regrets. Crying over spilt milk, decisions that were made that weren't right. Look, if for those of you who have sons, double check on them. Make sure they're okay. Don't be surprised if all of a sudden you're getting phone calls or there's new problems coming up. But in terms of, again, in terms of Scorpio doing the right thing, things coming through, yeah, they are. And sometimes it just seems like that. You get one fire put out. Hey, it's like Australia. So the fire is out, and now the damn rain's coming. Now there's flooding, and the animals that weren't burned up, now they're drowning. I mean, it feels like that, Scorpio. It's like you get one problem solved, and then another one crops up. Scorpio has not gotten a break over the past couple years, no doubt about it. The only thing I can say, Tower, I don't see death here, and if there's no death, everything else can get fixed. but it's chaos coming in, and I want to say it's on one of the kids. And I've been hearing that in my readings too. So just there's one kid that's just either in recovery, coming out of rehab. What the hell did I hear this week? This week was tough for readings. I didn't do a lot of readings. The ones I did made up for it because they were that kind of hard. That's pretty, Orlando. Thank you. I'll just, yeah, look more like a lion than ever. Okay, that's right. You're right. I'm just trying to think in terms of the readings. It was a lot. It's a lot of worry about will people do the right thing. Again, you're doing the right thing. It's around you. The analogy I gave, and it was a good one. It's like being on a theater stage, a theater production. But it's one of those productions where the actors stand still, but the stage moves. So it's almost like takes you through time, or it takes you to a new location, but the actor stands still, and then the stage moves around it. That's the energy that we're working with right now. You could be doing the right thing, but people around you, things around you, are not always. And you've still got to stay, again, focused. And I'm sorry, for a lot of you, it's really not great. This is going to be great on YouTube later, huh? All right. All right. Libra. Two of Cups reversed. Page of Swords reversed. Four of Swords. Queen of Swords reversed. Queen of Cups reversed. Okay, Libra. The Two of Cups reversed is two people who want different things. It doesn't be the end of the world. It's just they don't want the same thing. The problem is that someone's not talking anymore. That's a problem. So you got a situation where two people want two different things, and when instead of negotiating, someone has stopped talking. Queen of Swords reversed, Queen of Cups reversed. I'm going to say it looks like it's about a mother or a mother figure. So it could be a grandmother, it could be a mother-in-law. And it could actually be, looking at these cards, I would think it'd be the care of a mother or mother-in-law, aunt, older sister, but someone that needs care. And with the Four of Swords here, it's almost like they need to go into a nursing home, or they need to go into some sort of care facility, or you need to take care of them. And when I say two people who want different things, it could be two sisters or a brother and a sister who are debating how to take care of an aging mother, or how to take care of a relative that can't take care of themselves anymore. And of course, everything boils down to money. Four of Coins. Strength card reversed. This is someone who's probably getting sicker or needs help. And it may just be a matter of they're not managing their money. Maybe they're not able to do their own bills any longer. It may not just be as much as they got to be removed from their home and put someplace else. It could just be that someone needs to get in there and make sure the bills are getting paid, get in there and make sure that the food is in the refrigerator. It looks like the care of, again, someone who can't take care of themselves anymore. Let's see here. Give me a sec. Does that mean every Libra in the world is having this issue? No, how can that be? But you might have a friend, or maybe a brother-in-law, or maybe somebody you know who is dealing with it. It does show up in your readings sometimes, even when I'm sitting with you face-to-face, one-on-one. If it's something that you were thinking about or something that you've been worried about, it's going to be in your reading. Even if it doesn't affect you directly, it's going to show up. Okay. Okay, so it looks like, well, the Nine of Cups is always wishes coming true. It's always a good sign to see the Nine of Cups here. it really looks like it's about getting outside help in, somebody else to help. I don't think there's the time is not there to take on the care of somebody, but the idea of getting outside help, the idea of, and again, money comes into play, but I'm seeing it getting resolved. I'm seeing, yeah, Nine of Cups. Empress reversed. Again, Empress reversed does speak to a sick mother. It speaks to someone who is out of a woman out of her power, a woman who is, it's usually a mother who's been ill. But I'm just seeing this is being handled creatively. It's being handled fairly. There's no sense of a burden here, but there's going to be money spent. There's going to be some aspect of, you can't do it yourself, you got to pay someone else to do it. But it looks as though the money's there. It looks as though this can be done. You know, I just had a really interesting conversation, and it was in a reading 2 weeks ago. Same thing that came up. Yes, you know, I'm worried about mom. She doesn't live nearby. She's 3 states away. I know things are not right. And I had asked, is there a younger family member that maybe lives nearby? And there was a college age, one of the cousins was right there. I said, I'm seeing, and she's close. And she was, you know, yeah, they really are close. I said, why can't that person go in there and check? You know, maybe they could even live there with her, you know, as opposed to getting an apartment. And the whole thing worked out really, really well, but you had to think outside the box. And that's sometimes the value of a reading. You know, January's newsletter, I talk all about readings and what it brings to the table, but sometimes getting a reading, having someone look at these cards and just say, but I'm seeing a young person here who could do that, as opposed to getting a visiting nurse in, as opposed to getting in, you know, I don't think it doesn't need that level of care. Just want to make sure bills are paid, make sure that the stove is off, make sure that there's food being, you know, and that's something that, yeah, a 19-year-old could do that, right? But you guys, you know, sometimes you're too close to a problem, you can't see the answers. You're too close to it. All right, Virgo. Virgos have been getting hit hard too, especially in relationships. A lot of Virgos, man, you guys are getting shit hammered. Okay, what do I see? 3 of Swords, heartbreak. I see the King of Coins reversed. I see the Star reversed. 9 of Coins. 4 of Wands reversed. Oh, man. Okay. Put that together. I mean, the King of Coins reversed is always a man whose priorities with money are off. Whether or not he can't save money, or more often he tends to put too much importance on money and not enough on the other things in life that matter, really do matter more. The man is, it's out of perspective. Priorities are wrong. And I'm going to say I'm right with that because I'm seeing the Star reverse. So it's not a great situation financially. And it's just sad. 9 of Coins is actually rewards for hard work, things paying off in the career, and yet the 4 of Wands reversed on top of that 9 of Coins would make me think you're not enjoying work. You're making money, but you're not enjoying it. 4 of Wands reversed is not the group dynamic that's happy. It feels like drudgery and it feels hard. Right? Ace of Wands, getting better. 8 of Coins, again, hard work pays off. Tower reverse, oh, it's you bringing the change in, honey. And the Ace of Cups. Look, hang in a little bit longer, Virgo. It's about to turn a corner. It's about to turn a corner. And for you guys, I mean, hard work is its own reward. That's what Virgo does. Like when the going gets tough, Virgo gets working and knows the grindstone. That's another meme that I have that, you know, if you work hard enough, you can replace depression with exhaustion. That's like the Virgo theme song. Make them a t-shirt. 6 of Coins reversed, Ace of Cups, 8 of Swords. Man, there's discussions about money going on, and it's like the bigger topics that should be discussed aren't being discussed. It's all about finance. Now, I will say this, having been divorced twice myself, what you don't realize when you get married or when you join assets with another person, is that when things end, you realize how much of a business proposition, how much of a financial situation you really were in. And I, you get young married people, you get young idealistic, like, no, how can you say that? In fact, I wrote a blog on the topic, love and the money deal, because no, actually, the first thing they have you do when you're going for a divorce, the first thing you do is you put together a profit and loss statement. What do you have? What do you owe? That's the first thing lawyers have you do. And that tells you everything you need to know about how it ends. So going into a marriage, understanding that you're actually going into a marriage with a love business partner. You're going to be buying the biggest piece of capital property you probably ever own. That's your house or houses, cars. You're raising children, you're making a family. People who succeed in marriage very often recognize the fact that you're building something bigger than yourself. There's no room for selfishness in a marriage or a relationship. If two people are really going to come together and create something, raise children, have a family, make a home, accrue, save a retirement, and plan on being together for the long haul, then you better be ready for the long haul. And you can't let little shit, get at you along the way. And in these cards, getting back to this very reading with Virgo to bring it round robin, it just looks like that feeling you get when you realize, like, damn, this is all about the bottom line. And it really doesn't take into effect or into account the time and the energy and the memories, all the stuff you did together. It just comes down to the bottom line. And I'm not saying it has to be, it's work too. You don't realize that too. Everyone can be replaced. You leave a job and it's like, wow, it's over. And they don't need you anymore, or when you choose to leave, you realize how quickly that's just done. Turn the page, it's done. I don't know, a lot of us aren't ready for the emotional turmoil, and that's what I'm seeing for Virgo is the emotional turmoil. This card right here, okay, that just speaks to that sort of, I just can't right now. But you are, because you're Virgos. You are. All right. Virgo. 5th house is Leo. Okay, Leo. You guys have been doing some amazing stuff. Leos have been, for the most part, doing really well. For the most part. Not every Leo. Got a couple I'm worried about. Okay, Leo, got the Knight of Wands. We got the Chariot. We have the Knight of Swords reversed. We have Justice, and we have the Devil reversed. Well, Knight of Wands and the Chariot have you moving forward, career-wise, work-wise, moving forward, energetically moving forward. Okay, that Knight of Wands, it could be artistically. If you're an artist, well, you're creating art, you're making art. Whatever you're doing with energy moving forward. Knight of Swords reversed. I just always see that as being quiet, not complaining, not telling everybody your plans, keeping things to yourself. Justice and the Devil reversed. It would be leaving a toxic situation, leave something toxic behind, not really talking about it. These are cards, actually I'm looking at the King of Cups reversed, the King of Swords reversed. If I saw these cards with a woman, I'd be asking, what are you planning on leaving like living in the middle of the night with the kids, just getting out of a bad marriage, getting in a bad situation? It's like, I'm not telling anybody, nobody knows, I'll be filing papers and I'll be out of the house. It's no one's gonna know, I'm not gonna talk about it, I'll just be gone. That's what I'm seeing here. And again, does that mean every Leo is leaving a bad? No, not every Leo is doing that. But you might know somebody who's going through a bad time right now, and you might not be surprised to find out that one day they just weren't in the house anymore. Like, just wow, this is like a dump and run, and not undeservingly. It looks like it's actually to keep you safe or emotionally healthy, where I'm just not going to tell anybody, I'm not going to talk about it, I'm just not going to be there. Justice and the devil reversed. Three of Coins. It's not about money. This is about somebody who's mean. King of Swords reversed, bully. King of Cups reversed, depression. Somebody's an alcoholic. Knight of Swords reversed. There's a possibility you stayed for a child, for a son, but I don't think so. I think you're just out the door, and really off to the races. It's just a quick decision. It's again and laying plans and just being done. And successfully. There's no broken hearts here. No, the Hermit reversed. The choice to be by yourself. It's not like Virgo that's agonizing over this. Leo is just like toxic. It's bad. It's done, and I'm out. And all that's left for me to do is pick up my coat and hat. One more card. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Cancer. Every card's upside down. Okay. The Fool reversed. The Magician reversed. The High Priestess reversed. The Six of Swords reversed. And the Queen of Coins reversed. So this is actually the absolute opposite of what I just read for Leo, where if it's out, done, coat, hat, out the door, goodbye, see ya. This is all about not moving, not going. The Fool reversed, not moving forward, not having the confidence, not having all the information yet. The High Priestess reversed. For Cancer, Six of Swords reversed. Stuck in place, not making that move. Queen of Coins reversed. Not having the money to do it. I'm going to say again, Ace of Coins reversed. The Hangman, hanging a little longer. Two of Swords reversed. Well, this is the good news. Two of Swords reversed, the Hangman, and the Page of Cups. As much as these cards speak to being stuck in place, as much as these cards speak to not getting off your mark, not having what you need to go, they don't speak to heartbreak. They don't speak to emotional trauma. There's no anxiety here. It's just, I can't go yet. It could be as simple as, honestly, can't go back to work yet, or can't go back to school yet because a baby is too young. A Page of Cups. Maybe your kid is too little, too young to leave. It does look like it. I mean, again, it's an act of love to stay in this case. And in the meantime, waiting for things to turn around financially. Okay, I can see that. But there's no bankruptcy here. There's no one's going homeless here. A lot of pressure. I'm going to say again, it really does look more like with Cancer. I'm saying this. I'm looking at the Eight of Wands reversed. I'm looking at the Ten of Wands reversed. Is that pressure to go back to work? Again, usually a young child here. So again, there's no arguing here. It's just a matter of waiting for a child to start school so you can go back to work. Because the idea of focusing on work, maybe you're part-time waiting to go full-time. There's just this sense of I can't move forward right now. And it's coming with some financial constraints. But I don't see it being, it's imminent. You do need to get back. It looks like you do need to get back to work. You do need to, yeah, Seven of Coins reversed. looking at alternative ways to make money while you're waiting. But it's for Cancer, it's really think outside the box. How else can you make money? Again, well, it's like you're waiting for a kid to start school so you can go back to work. Either go back to work or go back to work full time. Gemini. All right, Gemini, we got the Four of Cups reversed. We have the Ace of Swords. We have the Six of Wands, King of Wands reversed, and the Wheel of Fortune upright. Well, you know, I like them. Four of Cups reversed is figuring out what you want emotionally, knowing what you want. And we said talk about this at the store. How many people don't know what they want? You know, you can't manifest if you don't know what you want. It's amazing how many people don't know what they're looking for in a relationship, in a career. They have no idea what they want. Just again, earlier today, I said to somebody, I'll send you the July newsletter. Look at your chart. At least look, maybe you'll get some insight or some inspiration if you just look at your natal chart. It can help. And they were into astrology. They didn't, you know, think about it like that. But you know, that's where the clues are. Ace of Swords is strong communication, forward motion, forward movement. Six of Wands, success. It's promotion. It's, again, creative energy. King of Wands reverse, that's the male workaholic. And the Wheel of Fortune. I mean, the good news for Gemini, who very often has 15 different ideas all happening at once, is it looks as though you're finally coming to a point where I know this is what I want to do, and here's how I make it happen. Lack of balance, whole new world. Two of Wands reversed, working independently. It's doing something independent, Gemini. It's doing something. Yeah, I don't see you. Two of Wands reversed. This is working. Two of Wands upright. I always say that's the card, that call that comes, or come work for me. But it's reversed. This is like, nope, this is something I'll do on my own. And and it's money. It's Knight of Coins. It's money coming in. And I wish that there was a name on these cards. I wish there were job titles. I wish there were names of the relationships, but there aren't. Not in tarot. There's no name. You see a new relationship coming up. What do you see? There's, you know, you kind of get a picture in my head of what the person looks like, but no, I can't give you a name. It gets really frustrating when women start asking, what do they do for a living, and how much money do they make, and where do they live? And I'm like, looks like you'll be happy. Can that be enough just for right now? Well, they're juggling money and making something happen, but it looks, honestly, these cards look like somebody that, it looks like a breakthrough, like an aha moment. Two of Swords reversed, picking rock hard place, but making a decision and moving forward, money coming in, something independent, juggling money in the beginning to get it off the ground, but these cards look great for that. If you've been wondering what you're going to do, Gemini, it looks as though in the short time to come, you have this aha moment where it's like, oh my God, whether you read something or you see a motivational talk or you read a book and think, I could be doing that. That's something I could do. All right. Taurus. And I'm going to quickly look at comments here. Justin. Yeah. You, Francine. Drama. You know, you're right about that, Sam. It's drama. That's Sam's a Scorpio herself. Surrounded by freaking drama. Hey, Faith. Aggie. Hey, Jen. There you go. Good. Well, that is good news for Gemini. I'm glad for that, Jen. My brother's a Gemini as well. And I know a few Gemini men, actually, that I read for, that have been wondering what's the next step. It's good. Looks like you're going to finally focus on what it is that you want to be doing, and there's money involved. So Taurus, it's been a while since I read cards like this. It's how I read cards at my shop, of course, when I do readings. But I've been doing that, the layout, the spreads, and sharing them with you before I do them, and it is make it easier. Actually, it's an easier way of doing it. It's like it's like working with a coloring book versus doing it freehand. So, all right, Taurus. Mouth is dry. You want coffee? Okay. Okay. All right. Taurus, 8 of Cups. The 5 of Coins reversed. The 7 of Cups reversed. The 6 of Cups and the 5 of Wands. Okay, these cards speak to travel, movement, relocation, and honest, again, knowing where you want to be. The 7 of Cups reversed, the 5 of Coins reversed, money turning around, that you can actually go where you want to go. 6 of Cups, 8 of Cups. It can be a card of reminiscing about the past, returning to the past. Honestly, in this case, it looks like returning home or returning to where you're comfortable, where you grew up. And here's the thing, I see the 5 of Wands. And that looks, to me, that's negotiating job. When I see 5 of Wands in this position, Page of Wands, it's just really making that move, that transfer. Finding a new job in a new location, getting the current job to move you to a new location. But it's all about freedom. It's all about movement. It's all about the ability to make those moves. It's like, and it just seems like it's almost effortless. Like it just seems simple. Looks like the kids aren't really happy about it. The Knight of Cups reversed looks like possibly a male child, not thrilled with the idea of moving, relocating. But the Hierophant would speak to it being a solid decision, getting back to something you're familiar with. It looks like a good move, actually. The Sun, well, the Sun was starting the 2 best cards in the deck. It speaks to success. So Taurus, I don't know if you're thinking of making a move, or you're starting to think about where you'll retire. It doesn't feel like retirement, I'm going to tell you, because it feels like you're bringing your job with you. But this idea of comfort, of home, which is huge for Taurus, going where you're comfortable, going where you feel safe. And it looks like a very good financial move. It's like if you've been waiting to have the money to do this, if you've been waiting for the job to come through with it, well, I'm seeing that happening. That's where you're at. More to be revealed, the Moon, but honestly, it looks like that's the direction you're going in. All right, so I hope that's where a lot of you Tauruses are heading. And it's good. All right, Aries. Aries, I see the 10 of Cups, I see the 3 of Cups. Lovers reversed, 9 of Swords reversed, 7 of Swords. All right, all right. So for Aries, 10 of Cups, 3 of Cups. Love in the home. Emotional happiness in the home. So you may not be happy where you are, although I think it looks like you might be, or you're making into what you want it to be, but the 3 of Cups, the 10 of Cups, it's like being around people that really care about you and loving where you're at. 10 of Cups is emotional happiness within the home. Now we see Lovers reversed, we see the 9 of Swords reversed, and we see the 7 of Swords. So how do I reckon that? You know, it's not that different than Scorpio in that, except it's just the opposite. So with Scorpio, it was you know, finally things getting underway career-wise, and then there's drama in the home or around someone, a family member. With you, it's just the opposite. It's like, you know, home is safe and secure, but now on the outside, I'm seeing the 7 of Swords. That's usually gossip. That's usually toxic behavior. That's usually people talking. The 9 of Swords reversed is, it's getting over the anxiety of it at the same time because you're dropping people. The Lover's reversed. It's like, yeah, if you're not on Team Aries, then you're off of Team Aries. How's that? Emperor reversed. People not being responsible. People not doing what they're supposed to be doing. And yeah, I'm seeing the Seven of Wands. I'm seeing career movements. I'm seeing education. I'm seeing like educating yourself to make a change here. Ten of Coins. That's usually making a real estate purchase. That's usually investing in home, investing in real estate, making money out of the house. And I'm going to say, coupled with this Seven of Wands, it could very well be making money out of the house. All right? So looking at these cards in three different aspects: love in the home, or emotional happiness within the home. So maybe it's being around people that you really love at home. Maybe your relationship is going really well. It looks like it is. Three of Cups. Your friendships, there's love around you. On the exterior, though, people not behaving the way they should, the Emperor not being responsible, loss of friendships, very cut and dry. Are you on the team or are you off the team? Are you with me or are you against me? And if you're not supporting me, then I'm not supporting you. So it's making those kind of hard calls. And also looking at all the time, this would be a great card for somebody. And I know a few of you Aries that have been really good friends, and then you ask for help and they're not there for you. Just speaking to an Aries about that yesterday. And it's like, wow, you know what? They're assholes, and I don't need to be around assholes. And that's how Aries speaks. Aries is blunt. And you want to talk behind my back? If you're not going to do what you're supposed to be doing, if you're not being responsible, if you're not helping me out, if you're not repaying all my hard work or the time I helped you, but now I ask for help and you're not there, guess what? We're not friends anymore. How's that? And that's exactly what it looks like for Aries. And then the third aspect of this Ten of Coins and Seven of Wands, is this idea of, well, how do I make money out of the house? Are you buying real estate? Are you, again, Three of Wands. It really is combining either making a really good move financially around real estate. Again, Ten of Coins is real estate money. Whether you're buying a house, remodeling a house, working out of the house, selling houses, but these are good cards for that. And again, making some big dramatic changes. The Death and the Page of Wands. One last card. Five of Cups. Five of Cups upright is literally like crying over spilt milk. And when it's reversed, it's like, I'm done crying, I'm moving on. So this is Aries at their finest. Really, Aries, Aries and Scorpio, it's funny, I was reading some articles about Aries and Scorpio and how they're similar. I always say the way you lose an Aries and the way you lose a Scorpio is the same way. Lie to them. Neither of those two signs are tolerant of liars. Once you've lied, they can't trust you anymore. What are they going to do with you? What good are you? Because you're a liar. You can't be trusted. The difference is that Aries didn't think you were going to lie. Scorpio assumed you were going to lie. You just proved them right, and now they're really mad because they gave you a chance even though they knew you were going to lie. Aries is heartbroken because you lied to me. They're going to get over it fast too, though. That's an air fire signs move, so Aries is going to get over it and get over you. So, yeah. These are tough times. And it reminds me of a reading that I did years ago, a young man. I read him for a long time. I haven't seen him in a while. But he was in the military, and then he just got out of the military, and he'd come see me when he was on leave. But I was reading his poem the first time I read him, and I saw in his lifeline an interesting gap. And I said, did you have a near-death experience? Did you come real close to dying? It's on your hand, and it's not going to happen. It's happened. And he said, yeah. He goes, not long after I left my basic training, we shipped out. He served in a couple of big Middle East places. He said we were marching, and 3 guys up from me stepped in a landmine, died right in front of me. Blew up right in, 3 guys up from where he was, stepped in a landmine and blew up in front of him. He goes, that could have been me. I was just 3 men behind. And so it's treacherous. It's treacherous energy. Who do you trust? And I just said this earlier today to somebody, young lady who came in the shop, and she's been a couple of times, beautiful young woman. And she had met somebody, and on top of what I call the spiritual extortionists that I talk about, people that are extorting money from people, either through fear, oh, you're cursed, you're hexed, I can lift that for you, money, 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 money. There's also a new breed of a spiritual person that they walk the walk, they dress the clothes, they got the stones, they have the lingo, and they're using it because they know that's what women want to hear. So these are the guys that are coming on talking about soulmates, and chakras, and energy, and oh wow, let me see that jewelry you're wearing, it has meaning, I know it does, I feel like I've known you in past lives, and my God, especially the young women, I mean, I'm like, but the young women are like, ooh, wow, he's an enlightened guy, he's talking about twin flames, and I mean, they just eating this stuff up, right? Except it's fake, and it's hurtful. I don't know if you remember this, but I was telling this person, because she was just so hurt. There was a time, and I don't know if they saw FHM, those magazines, Maxim and FHM, and I was telling her, there were these magazines, and they basically were like, you know, how to be a dirtbag 101 for men. It was like, you know, how to be with your girlfriend's sister and never know, and how to make a woman think you're paying attention when you're really not, and basically how to pick up on like social cues or body cues, and how to manipulate, and it was terrible magazines. The articles were terrible. And I was just like, I could firebomb this company. You know, this is a company I could napalm, you know? Well, you know me. You know I am, you know me. You got enough toxic herbs to take out a small African village, me and you. So I'm afraid to use them. But, you know, it was just awful, but it was really about teaching someone how to be manipulative and how to take advantage. And that's what's happening. People are behaving like that. And so people, when we talk about having empathy, you know, fucking use it. You guys aren't using it. Some of you are you're talking about being empathic, you're talking about getting energy and how you feel energy, but you're not using it. It's meant to be self-protective. That's what all of this is about. Self-protective. People can be like, well, you know, I had this dream and it happened, or, you know, I think of this song and it comes on the radio and get in the car. You know, I think of this person and they call. You know, what does it mean? I'm like, it means that you listen to your gut. It is showing you that, you know, you can trust your gut. When you think of something or you feel something and it happens, they're telling you on. So if in fact you're on a date and the guy says, hey, let's go back to my place, and you get a sense of dread, honor that. You know, if someone asks to borrow money from you and you just, they're not, honor that. They're not going to pay you back. You feel it? Well, then don't give it to them. I have otherwise really intelligent people who are telling me things like, well, I knew I shouldn't have. Well, then why did you? Why did you do that? And the answers I get are always, well, I was afraid that they would feel bad. I'm like, so you put yourself in harm's way, or you put yourself in financial difficulty because you were afraid someone's going to feel bad? Really? I mean, if your boyfriend gets mad because you won't lend him your car when you've got a bad feeling you're in an accident, then feel bad. If someone's going to break up with you over that, then let them. Being spiritual and not taking care of yourself, not putting yourself first, not honoring yourself by putting yourself out of harm's way is not doing yourself a service, is not living up to these gifts, these talents. That's what they're there for. They are the innate, our innate what do we say? Animal instincts. That back in the time when we were truly agrarian, men used this to know when would the fish be spawning or swimming upstream, when would the herds be moving back through. So it kept the tribes from starving. They innately knew, when was it time to plant the crops. Plant them too early, they could rot. Too late, you wouldn't have any produce. And there was no internet you could dial up and order more seeds. You had the seeds from last year that you saved, and they needed to go in the ground. They just knew these things, and we do too. We all have that, but you got to listen to it, And so that's the challenge going through these times, and they're not just for us to know about ourselves, but now the environment. Keep yourself safe. I took my youngest son, for a walk downtown Derby some many months ago, and he said, "Walk with me. I want to walk." And I was looking at him walking. I said, "What are you doing? What's your head down for?" I said, "We're walking here. We're in the city. Look around the corners here. Pay attention. What do you see? Anything in the street here? You see people like over on the porches, or they're over here. What's going on? Tell me what you're looking at. Tell me what you see. Pay attention to your environment. Where are you? Look for landmarks." Teach your kids that from a very young age, to know their environment, to know where they are. They get lost, they can tell you where they are. Teach them how to navigate. Teach them how to honor their feelings about people that they know. I remember going with Daisy when she was so sick, and she'd say, "Mom, I don't like that doctor. They have terrible light around that doctor. Doctor's all dark." And yeah, that was a bad doctor. Waste of time. And you're going to need those talents now. Back in 2007, 2008, when we first opened, and Andrew and I, God, Kim, and it was a small group of us that got to be friends very fast. But talking about these times now, when you wouldn't have months to learn about people, we wouldn't have weeks and weeks to figure things out. We would need to size them up in minutes. You in or you out, like Aries. Are you on Team Aries or are you off Team Aries? That's simple, guys. There's no room for error now. It's really go time. 2020 is time to just hold your ground, hold your course, and be safe. These are treacherous times we're going into, because when people are desperate, they're like pigs at the trough, and there's less slop going in the trough. So they're mean. Pigs can be carnivorous, and they eat each other. And they're great animals and all that, but that's what they do. And they're getting desperate because there's less going in the trough. And that's where you're feeling the squeeze at work. That's where you're feeling the squeeze in the hospitals, because they're going to be held accountable. But in the meantime, they're going to make life miserable for everybody else around them. Be aware, take care of yourself, get enough sleep, find your spiritual base, work with it. Everyone behave. I'll be talking to you guys soon, okay? And we'll see you next Friday. Good night now.